He stood on stage, holding a certificate with trembling hands, top of his class, applause everywhere, but only he knew the truth. 6 months ago, he was failing everything, and the clock was running out. He was just 14, old enough to dream, young enough to think time was endless. Every morning melted into the next. Late starts, unfinished homework, endless hours spent on screens, games, and videos that filled his day but emptied his future. He wasn't lazy. He was just lost. He had potential. Everyone said it. But potential means nothing without direction. And direction means nothing if you never take the first step. School became a routine of avoidance, homework forgotten, excuses practiced. He kept telling himself there was still time, always more time. His world was loud, fast, and filled with noise. But deep inside, there was a silence growing, a slow, quiet feeling that he was falling behind, even if he didn't know what he was supposed to catch. His parents tried. They reminded him gently. They warned him sternly. They gave him space. They took it away. But nothing worked. He wasn't just skipping homework. He was skipping days. He told himself time would come back, that he could catch up. But it never waited. School was just noise now. Words came and went. Lessons passed by like clouds. He wasn't failing because he couldn't understand. He was failing because he no longer tried. One afternoon, after missing yet another school project deadline, he came home to find his parents sitting silently at the table. No yelling, no disappointment on their faces, just a quiet that hit harder than words. His mother picked up a paper from the shelf, his progress report, and quietly walked past him. He glanced down. The marks were low, red circles everywhere. At the bottom, a comment from his teacher. He has potential, but no direction. That line stayed with him, like a whisper that followed him to his room, into his thoughts, into his silence. Later that night, as he walked down the hallway, he heard voices coming from the living room. He paused. His parents were talking, softly, tiredly. His mother said, We've tried everything. Nothing has worked. His father sighed. He's smart, but he doesn't value his time, or himself. There was no anger, just resignation, and somehow that hurt more. He stood outside the room, listening quietly. It wasn't their disappointment that broke him. It was the truth in their words. He wasn't just wasting time. He was wasting himself. That night, he didn't sleep. He lay in the dark, staring at the ceiling. And somewhere in the stillness, a thought came. What if I tried? Just one day. He set an alarm, not for a big change, just for a beginning. When it rang, the sky outside was still gray. He wanted to turn over, close his eyes again, but he didn't. He sat at his desk, opened his book, read the same line 3 times, but he stayed. Day by day, things began to shift. Not magically, not dramatically, just honestly. He made a schedule, studied in small blocks, put his phone away when he worked. Sometimes he failed, sometimes he quit halfway, but every morning he came back, and his parents noticed, not with praise, but with quiet smiles, warmer dinners, softer eyes. Weeks passed, his tests improved. His teachers began to nod instead of sigh. He even helped a friend with homework once, something he never imagined doing. And then came the day. At the school assembly, his name was called. He had topped the class in 2 subjects. He walked up to the stage, certificate in hand, heart thudding. He said nothing, but in his mind he whispered, "This is what happens when you respect time." It wasn't just about marks. It was about who he had become. Not perfect, but present, focused, willing. And every morning now, as he ties the laces of his school shoes, he remembers the boy he used to be, and the moment he chose to leave that version behind. Because time was never the enemy. It was the teacher, and he was finally ready to learn. He wore the watch every day now, not to tell time, but to remember that he almost wasted it all. Because sometimes a moment is all it takes to change a day, to change a life. If this story spoke to you, like, comment, and subscribe my YouTube channel. More such stories coming soon, real, raw, and meant to move you. Until next time, stay present, stay willing, and remember, time isn't the enemy, it's your greatest teacher.